Here is the issue with so many swimming and triathlon coaching courses. The first type of course is massively outdated in both delivery and in resources implemented. They lack the simple, step-by-step practical training that you require as a forward-thinking coach to be able to leverage the latest technology to benefit your swimmers. You feel the need to tick a box, even if you feel yourself disagreeing with many of the principles and know them to either be incorrect, inattentive to the varied needs of your individual swimmers, or potentially even injurious too. You simply don't believe in the methodology, and that is a big problem. The second type of course is insanely laborious, covering stuff over many days, weeks, and even months that you see of little immediate practical value for your swimmers. Because of the sheer duration and how many face-to-face resources they require, this also makes them typically very expensive too, which can be a huge problem for a lot of coaches. The price tag alone raises that barrier to entry and takes away from money that you have to invest in your program. Not to mention the amount of travel required and working around your already busy schedule to make them fit. Not only this, but both courses primarily only cover theory. No one is actually teaching coaches how to turn theory into skill through hands-on practice. Coaches tell me all the time they want to learn how to find, use, and apply new technology for effective video analysis in their programs, to make their coaching more effective, to help more swimmers, and to be able to then charge more for their limited time. You might not be super tech savvy, but you want to be guided through step by step on how to use the latest GoPro, for example, what settings to use and which software is best to then analyze and communicate this effectively with your swimmers. The trouble is, you've either never found someone with the expertise to teach you this, or if you have, haven't been able to understand a word they've been saying. Ultimately, you haven't yet found an accessible coaching program properly crafted by a world-renowned industry leader, specifically tailored for you as a passionate coach wanting to help others, that provides you with the blueprint and practical opportunities to enhance your critical recording, analysis, and communication skills as a swim coach in a way that will make a difference to your swimmers fast. Now, for the first time ever, and with a super concise 7-day online course, you can learn directly from me, Paul Newsome, founder of Swim Smooth and also the Swimming Common Coaching Collective, the professional video analysis skills that allow me to capture, identify, and convey effectively the game-changing stroke technique changes that unlock the potential for Chelsea Sodaro to win the 2022 Ironman World Championships. Skills that have procured me with an 8-week waiting list for my services with a range of swimmers for the last 2 decades. Let's hear from Chelsea on exactly how I helped her.
You know, I had been in Mallorca before Hamburg. Dan's really good friend, Paul Newsome, happened to be there. And Paul took the time to do a session in the pool with me. And we realized that I had been kicking way too much during the swim. And so when I would start the bike leg in my previous races that season, I was totally gassed, I had no power. And so we sorted that out a bit. And when I got to Hamburg, I finally felt good when I got on the bike. I was seeing these splits and just, you know, when you're seeing positive feedback on your bike computer and on the course, it just makes you more and more motivated.
In this pool a couple of years ago, I was working with Lucy Charles. She can kick like this, but she kicks like this when she's racing. She's got a stroke which could look a lot longer and smoother like yours does over here, but she doesn't swim like that. She swims like this because it's the optimal way for her to swim. But with that instruction to slow the stroke rate down a little bit, you've by and large lengthened out the stroke and brought some of this leg kick in. And I think that might tally up with why you're feeling maybe in the first 5 or 6 Ks on the bike, while we're maybe just sort of a bit cooked at that point.
It really is incredible. And you did mention Paul Newsome. Big shout out to Paul. He does get swimming, especially when it's specific to triathlon and open water. Looking through your performances and your results before this show, it's incredible to see your swim times suddenly accelerate from Mallorca onwards.
You see, I have the goal of democratizing access to the methodology and processes that I created and that have been attentively adopted by some of the world's largest swimming and triathlon governing bodies for their own curriculum over the past 2 decades. After all, what is coaching if it's not about sharing knowledge and expertise and passion with your peers, coaches like you? This problem in the coaching industry of access to cutting-edge expertise, to the unnecessary need to expend vast energy, time and finances to always attend courses in person, and because of the overwhelm of contrary information that proliferates the internet and YouTube specifically, led me to create the 7-day Pro Video Analysis Bootcamp, the world's first ever speed learning program for aspiring swim coaches like you wanting to up your game. Throughout the duration of this course, you'll learn every aspect of professional video analysis that will help your swimmers dramatically improve their efficiency and understanding of their swimming, knock minutes off their swim times, and who knows, maybe even win a World Championships too. The best part, this program costs about the same as what you might ultimately go on to charge for just a single 1-hour video analysis session yourself, as you increase your skills and develop deeper insight into our systematic methods. In a nutshell, I will be liberally sharing with you the skills, knowledge and expertise that I have iteratively created over 20 years on the pool deck in just 7 days. Here's what you'll learn on a day-to-day basis. Day 1 is all about the foundation and fundamentals. What gear should I buy and how the heck do I get started using it? We'll also delve into the issues surrounding permission to use video recording equipment on a pool deck and how you might successfully traverse this limiting issue. Day 2 is about getting to grips with the hardware and software discussed in day 1, with a deep dive into the settings required on each and how to get the most out of any of the gear that you might currently own. We'll also discuss how to set up your computer's filing system, build your library of resources quickly in order to massively improve your workflow and thus the effectiveness of your communication with your swimmers. Day 3, and you'll be hit with the juicy practical stuff, as I'll teach you how to capture high quality video of your swimmers from a range of different angles above and below the water, with practical exercises and real life examples of how to really make these videos ping. Day 4 is all about how to transfer your captured video across to your computer and to begin the process of using the computer's software to effectively analyze the footage that you captured on day 3. We'll discuss how to put your analysis skills into overdrive through the use of effective storytelling practices to engage your swimmer, build rapport and trust, and how to avoid falling into the trap of the extremely boring process of a linear analysis of the swimmer's stroke from start to finish. Trust me, they find that very boring. Day 5 is a speed coaching exercise. How quickly can you identify the key issues facing the case study examples, and what process would you follow to improve their strokes? We'll draw upon the basics of our swim types methodology to give you an easy starting reference point that you'll be able to go on to using with all of your swimmers into the future. Day 6 will be a review of the capture, analysis and recorded stroke correction process that I actually went through with Chelsea Sodaro to unlock her biking and running potential by addressing one of the most commonly held incorrect beliefs about what makes an efficient freestyle swim stroke. Don't worry, we'll turn that notion completely on its head, the proof being in the result attained, and also show a similar process being followed by the level of swimmer not quite so intimidating as a world champion. I'll show you how I use some fantastic communication technology with my swimmers that vastly improves their experience and leaves me feeling completely naked when I don't get a chance to use it. Day 7 will see us summarising the process of your learning, as well as how I actually summarise the session for the swimmer themselves following the stroke correction. I am super excited to share this final stage with you, as despite well over 600 coaches worldwide having attended my 3-day Swim Smooth coach education workshops, and countless thousands having studied my materials in my book, online videos and DVDs, etc., this latest edition is brand new and hot off the shelf and having a tremendous impact with my local swimmers. Ironically, it was born out of the necessity to convey my teachings in a quicker time frame in order to save on escalating pool fees. I've both reduced those right back down and produced a much more effective workflow for the swimmer in the process. And I can't wait to share that with you. Oh, and I almost forgot. I'll also share with you my workflow for sharing the recorded analysis with your swimmers quickly and easily and for less than $70 per year. It's a real bargain and works exceptionally well, and your swimmers will be thrilled to use it. All of this will either help you start along the pathway of turning your passion for coaching into a lifelong career and finally stepping off that treadmill of the daily grind by being able to offer something of real impact to your community, or just to be able to better assist the swimmers you work with on a voluntary basis for your local club. The thing that makes the 7-Day Pro Video Analysis Bootcamp different from all the other courses for swim coaches out there is real-world implementation. I've been living and breathing my craft for over 20 years and have helped thousands and thousands of swimmers right around the world from every conceivable level and aspiration to improve their swimming in line with their goals and objectives. This has afforded me a wonderfully exciting lifestyle where I get to travel the world, share my passion with others, and ultimately help others help others. No other swim coach in history has delivered, analysed and improved as many swimmers and triathletes as myself, and now I want to be able to share this with you, and in doing so truly help to raise the level of our sport and of our profession. So right now you're faced with a choice. You can continue to try to learn this skill set by binge watching videos on YouTube of other coaches and even influencers using video analysis to take X number of seconds off their example swimmer's pace in a set number of days, hoping to discover how they do it and that their advice might resonate with your own swimmers. Or you can properly invest in your future by enrolling in the 7-Day Pro Video Analysis Bootcamp for just $197, where you can take your video analysis skill set from amateur to professional fast with a tried and trusted industry expert with a blueprint that's afforded me a 6-figure income for over 2 decades. If this sounds like the program you've been looking for, click below and enroll today. Thanks for watching.